To the winds of the south, great serpent, thank you for teaching us to shed the past the way you shed your skin. Thank you for all your lessons and for this gemstone reading. Ow. Mm. To the winds of the west, mother jaguar, sister jaguar, thank you for protecting our medicine space, for helping us to find the roads. Thank you for all of the spaces. Thank you for teaching us the ways, for your fearlessness and patience. Aho. Mm. Seaward Kenzie, great winds of the north. The north wind is the strongest wind. That beautiful message today coming from Hummingbird, a reminder that our emotions are one of our highest quality items. Crying, breathing that comes with crying is a high quality item. Expressing ourselves, standing in our power. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel. This is how we process information. Aho. Eagle Condor to the winds of the east. Thank you, Eagle Condor, for helping us to zoom in and to zoom out, reminding us to carry those high quality lessons forward, all of our lessons, sharing the knowledge, using the knowledge, weaving our wisdom in the dark. Aho. Pachamama, Mother Earth, Great Spirit Gaia. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the information received today, helping us, helping the heart plane, the emotional plane. It's okay to cry. It's okay to sleep. It's okay that we're not in alignment. This is a collective reading. Some dragon dreamers are having like a really awesome new moon where they're in alignment and everything, but like the collective is not. So we know that we're always transforming and transcending. Thank you, Pachamama. May we rest. May we get good rest, nourishing rest, good sleep. Some of us require knockout. May we find healthy ways to knock ourselves out, planning in advance so we can sleep, taking that hot bath to help us transition into that nourishing sleep that we need. The mental plane, heart plane, the spiritual plane, mental plane, recalibrating. Right now, for the collective, the mental plane is strong. It's a good time to take care of business. Aho. Father, Son, Grandmother Moon, and to the star nations, you who are known by 1,000 names, yet you who are known as the unnameable one, as we recalibrate ourselves with our mental plane, leading the way at this time. It's not a good time for us to make decisions because we don't have that brain heart gut harmony. Hear our song, harmonize it for us, wise and well, whale and orca elders, carrying our dreams even higher to the next level. The next level of the humpback whales, hump high and heart are by my side. May they be by the side of others as well. Aho. All right, going to bring my Wiracocha back from you all. Informing the chakras, closing the sacred space, giving medicine to Mother Earth, closing my own Wiracocha now. There's a nice folding in. So folding. All right. Yeah, we're not going to let anything get the best of us. You can't get the best of me. Cypress Hill. Listening to that the other day. Hi, Aaron. Good to see you here. Gus, I see your request. I'm not doing readings today. This was just a collective new moon wisdom reading. Missy Hill, I don't know if Missy is still there. Missy, I'm going to bring you to the stage. I don't know if you can hear me or see me. Ah, there you can. Hi, Missy. How are you?
Good. How are you, Gina?
I'm great. Do you have time? Do you have to like rush off, or how much time
No,
do you have?
I already did that. That's why I was coming in late because we did our ceremony sort of after the moon went direct, been in this meditation
Right.
state, and it's been quite interesting. I mean, I woke up with excruciating. Wait, why is there an echo? Huh.
Oh, because I didn't pause you.
I ended up after doing the remote view with Chloe last night. This because we've been doing these. Well, I guess I'd call it more of a psychic grid reading. I mean, this morning I woke up with like an excruciating headache, felt woozy, sort of drugged because my dreams have been, I know my dreams have been weird, but these dreams I don't even remember what I had. And then I actually felt the moon go direct at 10:36, and I felt like I was in a boat and I was all wobbly, and I'm like, oh, just not feeling so great. And then when we did our meditation, it was like I was instantly pulled into the Four Corners area, like Sedona and Chaco Canyon, where I know some people that are going to be going. And part of our group is actually in, I think it's Las Cruces, New Mexico, the ones that are friends with the people that are here where we're staying. And yeah, I just saw all these like elders with their peace pipe. It was mostly a divine masculine thing because this moon's in, Leo. So I heard it's going to affect Leo and Aquarius, mostly the divine masculine and their ego. And it was all these tribes putting their differences aside for the collective and sharing the peace pipe. And the divine feminine I saw with the rattle kind of doing, like a rattlesnake rattle, and they were just like dancing around the fire, and I was sort of like in this orb blown harmonic, just kind of watching it and trying to really listen to what they were talking about on some level. I feel like I received, some kind of transmission from these Native American elders of all these different tribes, and even sharing it, I get chills on it. And then some of the cards that I pulled the star card, and also this other card that was the ram. It was the Aries ram, and something about, now I'm trying to remember what it was about. It was different choices and things, but I was seeing like something to do with Aries and Mars energy as I got Julia's deck. I've been playing with it, and when I was doing readings for people, it seemed like Mars came up quite a bit, and Neptune came up because Neptune is retrograde. So I don't know, it just feels like we're in a pressure cooker, and it's going to get more intense. That this to me felt as intense as the Wesak full moon, which is in Gemini. It's intense.
Wow, that was insightful. You'll have to tell me more about the dream and the boat because I like working with those metaphors. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of this collective gemstone reading you caught,
I
but
didn't catch any, really.
yeah, like we're all emotional right now. It is intense. Where a lot of us are physically tired. Some people are the complete opposite. I did gemstone readings privately, so it was interesting when I did the collective because I wasn't expecting that. I've got like a hair in my face or something, but Yeah, I'm feeling it too. And I think about sea turtle energy because back in the spring, sea turtle energy, it didn't apply to everybody, but those that it did apply to, we all had fire under our butts. And we were basically told as a collective that even though it's the summer, to actually pretend it's the fall because that's how much fire we've got under our butts to do things. And so basically, now that it's mid-August, it pretty much is fall. It's just a formality of time doing its thing. But like, I have a feeling winter's going to be coming pretty fast. Winter doesn't ask to come, it comes. So pay attention to the signs and sights around you. Um,
Yeah, it feels like
so,
we're
go
fall, but
ahead.
it feels like we're in fall, but we really should still be in June. I mean, we're it feels
Yeah.
like and today the wind shifted, so it was that fall energy. But I'm like, yeah, we're definitely in the fall. We're feeling that decline of the days are starting to shorten, but the time is so fast. Like, where did June and July go? It's like,
Hear you. Like I remember hosting like the summer days conference that you were a part of, and you know what? Since then, I remember thinking, okay, I'm going to give myself like a week vacation. Then I'm going to get back on track. I really haven't been back on track since the summer days conference. And I'll have to remind you, it's my fault, but I've already publicly reflected on this. It was intentional. I didn't like bring us back from the pine tree forest. So we're still in the pine tree forest experiencing timelessness. And that was intentional. So that's interesting what that might mean for people.
and I've been in multiple pine tree forests because I've been up to Mount Mitchell various times. I've been to the Linville Caverns, Linville Falls many times. I was just up at Devil's Courthouse, which obviously it's a magnetic vortex, and the name comes from the demonization from the European settlers being so superstitious. That's why they named it Devil's Courthouse, and it connects them with Judiculla the giant. The Judiculla, the benevolent giant that was the protector of all the creatures and the land, and he has his own rock called Judiculla Rock, which is a rock of petroglyphs.
Cool. I didn't know that. Hey, you're out of view. You got to scooch to the right a bit.
Me?
I think, yeah, keep
Oh, because
scooching.
I was looking at
Yeah.
my phone because I wanted to pull up a
Yeah.
picture
Wow.
of what this place looks like for you to see. Devil's
Yeah, but
Courthouse.
like on the screen, you're instead of being like this, you're like this. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Scooch even more.
Is
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
okay?
that's better. Yeah.
Let me get
I have
this.
a witch hat too.
You do? I've just been into the witch hat, especially the gray one. So see this?
Yes. It looks like a park bench. It's a rock.
It's a mountain here.
Oh, nice. Yep. I see it.
So and all these mushrooms. What I've been doing, lots of hikes lately.
Nice. Yeah, I follow you on Facebook. I've been noticing.
Yeah, here's a real pretty one, so you can see the mountains here.
Nice.
So that's what I've
You
been
got to put
doing.
that stuff on screen share to see better.
Yeah, not today. I think not right now. Yeah, this moon was almost like a doozy. It's almost like I don't know. I feel very emotional and raw, kind of like where do we go from here? What are we doing? Where do we go? I mean, especially like when you hear about like these, my friend shared with me, Duke Energy, who's our power company, just turned off people's power, and these people and their dogs died because they had no power because they got overheated because profit is more important than people. And the stuff that I shared about Bucky's, like that cute mascot Bucky. I don't know if you know who he is. I deleted all that stuff. He's that beaver where all these it's a big like conglomerate. It's a like a it's almost like a truck stop, but it's a gas station that has really nice bathrooms. They're going in and they're bullying all these smaller stores, saying you're stealing our logo, and they want to sue all these smaller companies. I'm like, when's this going to change? This craziness. I love your hat, Gina.
Yeah, you can't really see it. It's like boingy and springy. I used to have a witch hat when I was a teacher, because I would wear like my everyday clothes and then just put on the hat, like, at Halloween time. But the hat went like out to here. It was
Oh,
very
neat.
like long that way, and it was like very blingy and stuff, and it was fancy with flowers. But it fell apart when I moved. I didn't take it with me. Yeah, this is a more affordable one.
When we got
Anyways, yeah.
together last, we felt Halloween energy too. And I'm trying to remember when that was. When did we do our last show together? We were feeling like that was more the beginning of the summer. Well, not the beginning of the summer.
Yeah, I remember you commenting on that. Actually, I have my Halloween bikini on today with the ghost.
Oh,
You
wow.
can't really see it on the strap, but yeah.
But today it feels like more so like there's like seasons within days. Like sometimes within one day, you
Mm,
can experience 4 seasons. You can feel
yes.
spring, summer, fall, winter all in one day sometimes. It's very
Oh,
strange.
sorry, I keep forgetting to pause myself. That's my fault if you're hearing an echo. Well, you know what? I have a close relationship with the goddess Bridget. I only heard about her a handful of years ago, and when I first met her, it was through this guided meditation. I was part of a sisterhood, and the girl running it, Tara Brading, who's was known as Tara Wild at the time, if that helps anyone with a timestamp. That's who I learned about the goddess Bridget from. And she told us all kinds of beautiful things. And one thing she said is once you connect with Bridget, you're like connected for life. She's always with you. And I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. But like, seriously, I like really feel that connection. It was like a sister that I never had. Like, I do have a biological sister, but like a sister mentor that I never had, that I could talk to about this kind of stuff, that really knows me. Um, but anyways, okay, so there's this beautiful story, right? That happens in the spring. Okay, so what happens is the goddess Bridget gets kidnapped by the goddess of winter, who's like makes her do chores and stuff like that. And so the goddess Bridget, um, she doesn't know how to get help. She's trapped there. So she dreams. She starts dreaming. So she's like not maiden. She's a maiden. She's not married or anything. But she's like, someday I'm going to get married and I have a husband. So I'm going to work with that energy. So she starts dreaming about her husband. No idea who he is. Throws it out there. Well, some freaking guy starts dreaming about some goddess named Bridget being held captive and literally starts following the dream information. And she communicates to him, like he starts dreaming to her. So she starts dreaming like about a man. And she's like, oh my God, that's my husband, right? So now there's this dream dialogue going on. So I'm like all over these kind of stories, right? And then the goddess of winter finds out. So she casts hail and storm winter galore to try and prevent this guy from getting to Bridget. So in the springtime, when you get like, okay, wait, I have to tell you more of the story first. Okay, so that happens, right? So the goddess Bridget dreams about this because he communicates to her, right? So the goddess Bridget, because she's the sovereignty goddess of summer and the sovereignty goddess of spring, she has a conversation with spring. And she says, look, this is the situation. Like my future husband is trying to come and save me, but the goddess of winter keeps making it difficult with snowstorms and whatnot. So the goddess Bridget says, is it okay if we exchange 3 days for spring for 3 days of summer? And spring agrees to do this. So the husband to be that's trying to get to her now has beautiful, glorious weather. And if the goddess of winter tries to do anything, she can't, because spring is like trumping the situation. um, so, so this is why. So then he saves her and they get married and live happily ever after. Okay. But this is why in the spring, when you get like really nice summer weather, that's why. And this time of year in August, when you get like shitty cold weather, that's why, because of this story and the flip flop, the trade of 3 days of summer. And there's like folklore music about this 3 days of summer. That's what they're talking about, the 3 days that got exchanged. So,
Well,
so
to
thank
me,
you for that. I love Bridget stories and wasn't planning on telling that.
I'll take the cooler weather. I don't like it so hot. It's just too intense for me. I can't deal with heat, excess heat. I prefer like that yin restorative, like it would always be like spring or, autumn type of, instead of high summer. That's just too much.
That's
Especially
most of Canada. It's most of Canada is basically like that, and then it gets colder in the winter. As cold as winter is, the winter does cleanse. People will tell you that. Like,
where
there's a
are you in
clean feeling
Canada
that comes
again?
with the snow.
Where are you in
I'm in
Canada?
the Toronto area, southern
Oh, that's what I
Ontario.
thought, because Julia said she thought you were in British Columbia, and I said, "Oh, I thought you were in Toronto." I was pretty sure
I
of it.
was. I was. So I was born and raised in Ontario. I moved to British Columbia.
Oh,
My life fell apart. Then I came back to Ontario. Yeah, and that's public knowledge. Anybody out there who might be listening to this for the
but would you
hearing
have
me for the
loved
first
British
time.
Columbia if your life didn't
I
fall?
loved it. I want to go back. Yesterday, Soma Ara, Julia Anchorhaven was hosting her.
Yeah,
I
third
asked
party.
for any information and she was emphasizing mountains. She didn't tell me anything about the mountains, but she was like, mountains. She said, don't worry about the children and mountains. So
Yeah, she
I
was
do
saying
worry
like
about public
Canadian.
education.
She brought up Rockies, and I said, well, she didn't know where the Rockies were. And I said Colorado, but then I thought of the Canadian Rockies, probably like Banff, Canada, and places like that, right?
So Canada, it's kind of like a big rectangle shape, just for the sake of simplicity. So we've got the east side and the west side. The east side and the west side both have mountains. This Rocky Mountain business that you hear about, that's the west side where British Columbia is and
Right. Yeah,
Alberta.
Alberta, probably, right? You're muted. I can't hear you now. Still can't hear you. Oh no, what's going on? Uh oh. Uh oh. We can't hear Gina. I can't hear Gina. Can you guys hear Gina in the chat? Can anybody hear Gina? I don't hear her. What is going on with it? Nope.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Can
Now
you hear
I
me now?
can. Yep.
My microphone died.
Oh no.
That's how long I've been live and behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, I was delighting in doing gemstone readings.
What time did
Um,
you start today?
yeah, it is dark today.
No, what time did you start?
Oh, um, I started at 9, but behind the scenes, I've been up. Today I
No, I
slept
mean the
in. Today I've
show.
been up
Did you
since like
start
6.
this? Did you start the show at 9 or at 1:30?
Uh, I don't know what time I started. I started early. I started early. Yeah,
Oh
I
wow.
started the show early. Yeah, because I
Okay.
was I wasn't sure if you were coming or what. Um, and then I thought, well, I'll do a part promo. So
Yeah.
yeah, the rest of August is going to be a wonky August for me because I don't know what my schedule is going to be like. So my 1:30 shows are going to be 4 p.m. shows. I'm still Eastern time, but I could be Pacific time in a few weeks from now. There's a lot of uncertainty. I don't know.
Well, you might be moving.
I might be, yeah, yeah. Like, I don't want to move and then move again. So I want to find the right spot for me and Rosie just to stay there
Oh,
at least for like a good 5 to 7 years, even 10. And then it would be nice to start vacationing. A really distinctive M on the forehead, very distinctive.
yeah, he's a good boy. He's such a good boy. Oh,
Rosie's on
Rosie.
my left hand like this, otherwise I'd lift her up, but she's
You,
just here lying down.
you know, his mother's name is Rosie. His biological
Um,
mother, Rosie, and his biological father is named Mystery. Uh-oh, my
I like
crew's.
that.
There we go. Yeah.
I don't know Rosie's mother or father's names. I was probably told them, but I don't remember. I got her from
I've
my
met
neighbor.
both his parents. I know his half sister too. His half sister's named Beulah, but she has a stump tail. Microphone again.
Her stump tail probably like, was she born like that, or
Yeah.
an
No,
animal tried to bite her?
no, part Manx. Part Manx. There must be a throwback of Manx somewhere in the genetics, and that's why. But we don't know who Beulah's mother. Well, you know what? Mystery. Arthur's father has that tail, even though Arthur didn't have it because his mother didn't. So you just
Cats
never
are
know
really
what's going to happen.
interesting. You don't, even if they come from the same parents, like they all look, it's like mice. They just all look different, even though they're all from the same mother and father and they have the same grandparents and whatnot. And then you get like the random redhead mixed in there or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Rosie has rings on her tail. The light has to hit it in
Oh,
such a way to see them. Once you see them, it's like, how did I not see that? And she's also got spots on her, like a snowy leopard or something, but you again can't really see them. It's hard to believe, but she was mostly white with some gray. She looked like a white, oversized mouse or something when she was a baby with a gray
wow,
tail
that's wild.
and a little gray patch. And now she basically looks like a Siamese cat. Yeah. Yeah.
So when is your
So, how do
next
you
comedy?
spend the new moon? What did you do
Oh, how?
before this? Tell us.
Oh, today I did a meditation circle. That's what I was doing when I received that transmission from those Native American elders. We did some chanting and, we just kind of hung out and we pulled some cards and we just were sharing. That's why I was coming late because we wanted to do our sharing and I didn't know how long our sharing was going to take.
So, do you host that or somebody else hosts
No,
it?
somebody else hosting this one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
used to
somebody
belong
said
to a
online.
yoga group. Oh, I cut you off. Go on. What did
I
you say?
said online. I've been doing these kind of, like these remote view type of things, and somewhat like a little bit guided meditation, not as intense as this one. Kind of more for beginners. Not real intense because it's not a closed space when it's online. It's not like you're creating a sacred space online, but it's not exactly what you do. It's just different. I don't know if you've seen what Chloe and I do together, but I've hosted these too. I've hosted some circles and things. Not lately, but
Yeah, nice. I'm used to hosting things because I'm a teacher. So it's really nice when other people host things. I belong to this, she was just starting her business. Um, it was called the Black Cauldron, I think it was called. And like I said, she was just starting out. So a lot of times I basically got a private session, which was awesome. So she would do full moon yoga and new moon yoga.
oh,
And
nice.
then we would do fire ceremony. And she was following Yasmin Bolin, I think was the name. And just following that structure, because every moon cycle there's like information that she provides. You take it with a grain of salt, right? And then, like what you described, you share out. um, and then her name was Lori Graham, that was her name. And I still follow her on Facebook, and I noticed she's expanded her business now. So now she's doing singing bowls. Like, I really got to get back to BC because that's where she is. And she would walk around and spray lavender essential oil. And one time it was really cool because this was before I did my energy medicine. and she had, is that lavender?
It has clary sage, lavender, and multiple things. It's for
I got a bit of
supposed to
leftover
help,
here.
supposed to be helping with like hormone balance and things like that, and some issues that my acupuncturist said to work with. And then I have another one here too called Spring Rain. I can't remember which one has which, but this also has I think it's blue lotus oil and blue chamomile or something. Yeah.
Chamomile is always comforting, and Blue Lotus, I love that smell. I paid like $300 for Blue Lotus essential oil, and I'm gonna buy it again because it was that good.
It's
But
powerful.
because I'm moving, I'm gonna wait. It comes in a glass bottle.
So
Um,
when is the projected move?
what do you mean? Like this is the new moon, so it's. I mean,
No,
the moon's always up in the
move.
sky. It's just
No,
dark.
no,
Oh,
the
the
projected move.
move. Well, it is actually, we're in open time. We're in open time. I was hopeful to move after a promise of spring. I wanted to be like paying my first month's rent in July, and we are in August. So
Okay.
I'm open. I'm open,
How far of
universe.
a drive is it going to be to drive there? How long does it take?
To British Columbia, it's a good 3-day drive.
I figured as
So I
much.
would have to drive, like I'd have to drive there, rent a U-Haul, stay in a hotel. Like it would be hardcore back-to-back days. I've done it before. Um, it's not ideal, but it's doable. And then I'll have my cat with me, so she'll be in the driver's seat. I'll have her litter box on the floor in the front, little
Yep.
backpack with important things. Everything else going to be packed up. I don't have that much stuff. And then when I get there, it'll be better to buy a cheap car or take the bus. Um, there's just so much up in the air. You know, even finding a doctor. Recently, I found a doctor. I've been on a 2-year wait list. So
Wow.
if I change provinces, like what happens to my doctor? And it's just like, um, so I'm telling myself, be excited, be excited.
So this was before
Um,
Selma Raw. I didn't know you were planning this. I had no idea. So when is the next conference? Is that the equinox? I can't remember because it's hard.
so I do 4 online conferences a year, and they fall in accordance with the solstices and
Yeah.
equinox. So it might not be exact, you know, but just because depending on what's going on in my own personal life. And here in Canada, we celebrate Thanksgiving. Well, those who celebrate Thanksgiving celebrate it on the 10th. So I had to kind of work with the date. But yeah, it's intended to be with the equinoxes. So falling consciously is in accordance with the fall equinox, that in between space.
And
Yeah, I actually, oh, go
Joshua
ahead.
Shapiro's going to be speaking in that one. Is that right? That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I saw him on your show, and then I reached out to him. So, um, yeah, it's going to be really awesome. I can screen share again. I'll put it on screen share. I'll pull up my buy me a coffee because I got. This is a good strategy, by the way, for you because you're like me. You're going on live now all the time. So if you want to pull up images, you can, right? But then StreamYard limits you. But if you've got something like a website or buy me a coffee, like I'm showing right now, then you can show like the whole website. You're not limited to like image by image, you know? So, okay, this is my second time showing it. I know you can't read the words. I want to get to the picture. All right. So, this is the showdown. So we've got Laird Scranton on the top left. Super excited to have all of these presenters. Laird in particular, though, I was sharing with everybody a handful of years ago. Um, I never heard about this guy. My own synchronicities were unfolding. Hi, Eric. I see you there in the chat. My own synchronicities were unfolding. I had no idea who the Dogon were.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, I didn't know. Like, I mean, I've heard about ancient civilizations, but the Dogon in particular, I didn't know. So Laird Scranton talks about the Dogon like all the time. And hieroglyphs and symbolism. And so just to be in connection with somebody like him now, I was really shy actually to send him a Facebook message, and he messaged me back right away. And he was like, Joshua Shapiro and Laird Scranton were the first to say yes, and they were pretty quick to send me their biographies and the pictures. So really meant a lot to me. So those of you who are not familiar with Laird Scranton, he's an expert. He's an expert on primordial creation. So like ancient, like the very, very beginning. And he's probably going to do a presentation about 4 different um, layers, if you will, and how those layers manifest into life as we know it, like how consciousness takes form, for example. So he's a primordial creation expert. He's an ancient cosmologist expert. He's an expert on sacred symbols, and of course, an author of many books. The top center here, we've got Leon Southgate. Leon, he does all kinds of interesting research. He's an academic researcher specializing in acupuncture. That's been most of his life. But now he's really passionate about biophysical orgonomy, cloudbusters, and the weather. And he, of course, has also written books. My good friend Dan Armstrong here on the top right, scaphological scholar, and I had to look up that word. It means the fringe, the not so mainstream stuff. That's what Dan likes to zone in on, narrow down his focus. He's also openly disclosed that he's a MyLab survivor, and like many of us, he's experienced all kinds of paranormal things. The bottom left here, Daryl James, U.S. Navy veteran and solar warden pilot, also fully disclosed that he was part of the secret space program. Bottom middle here, my good friend Rob Khalil, truth seeker, full disclosure, producer and host of the Typical Skeptic podcast. I asked Rob to present at the first conference. I asked him to present at the second conference. So it's nice for him to be presenting at the third one. And I think it's going to be a nice change too, because everybody's used to seeing Rob as the host. You get to see him shine his light, sharing his story medicine. And on the bottom right, we've got Joshua Shapiro. Most people know him for his crystal skull explorations, but his paranormal investigations also very interesting. But the gateway of light, this is the new thing, his new matrix. He's been gifted the gateway of light and can communicate. I spoke to it earlier today. You can catch all that information on the replay. And he's also an author, also just hosted him yesterday on Story Species, Story Medicine. Super exciting. Sheila's spiral sister Marie returning as a healer. Last time she was a speaker. This time she's going to be providing some music for us. And we've got our dream team here, Julia Ankerhaven, Michael Kopp, Jason H., and of course yours truly, the Dragon Visionary, Gina Virginia Casella. So we're falling consciously. Come fall with us Saturday, September 19th. Don't know if you knew this or not, but your story, right? Your story and your mission.
Interesting. All the speakers are divine masculine. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, it just kind of worked out that way, Last time all the speakers were divine feminine. This is the schedule here. So Joshua Shapiro, you were asking about him, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And it's absolutely free to follow me on Buy Me a Coffee. You get in on this kind of stuff. These blank spaces will be filled with their presentation titles and descriptions. So I look forward to plugging that in.
Too. I think that's great that Rob's
Yep. Rob is speaking. Yeah, he's not hosting. He's going to be speaking.
Yep.
3:10. Yeah.
Cool.
So Sheila will provide music to kick things off. Laird Scranton, will be our dragon keynote, followed by Leon Southgate. And Laird's presenting at 9:50, Leon at 11:10, Dan Armstrong, 12:30, Daryl James, 150. Rob Khalil, 310. Joshua Shapiro, 430. Before you know it, it's going to be over.
Yep. That was the same time slot I had, was 4:30.
Yeah, you were the last one last time. Last but not least. And then the next one is going to be December in accordance with the winter solstice, season of dreams. Oh, yeah, this is on my Buy Me a Coffee, folks. So if you go to my Buy Me a Coffee, all this information that I'm showing you, it's conveniently right there. You just go to posts. I post on here almost every day. This is us right now talking, so that first one, but this one here is the one I clicked on. 86 views. Thank you, everybody, for showing your support. Appreciate that. So, yeah, now I can see you when I screen share. I can't share. Hi, Sheila's viral sister. We were just talking about you and highlighting you. So it's really interesting. I didn't tell people what Sheila's doing exactly, but I did share that it's something that she's creating that does not sound like it comes from Sheila.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of creating something too. I'll share more another time. Hopefully by the next time we talk, it'll be done. So, yeah. I don't hear you again.
Sorry. We've all got fire under our butts trying to manifest things. And so, when I think back to our conversation, like, feeling emotional right now, the heart plane ruling right now, the need to cry, the feeling of feeling overwhelmed, like, it's a good thing because change is at hand. The tower is falling. It's not supposed to stand forever. So, new matrices are unfolding. I think a lot of us didn't really see summer this year. I don't know.
Remember when I pulled it apart a few times? I know you said last time we got together, you had pulled the tower and so had I. That's so funny.
Thought that we both pulled a card. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. That was fun. Yeah, and Sheila's hinting. I didn't tell them anything, Sheila. I just told them it doesn't sound like you. She says, right, Gina, I'm tapping into the divine masculine energy of the speakers at the conference. So because like Sheila noticed, like you did, it's all masculine speakers, she wanted to do something masculine.
Right.
So yeah. She's a divine feminine showcasing a masculine side of her. That's all I will say.
Well,
unless Sheila wants to publicly
the masculine needs the healing right now, that there's a lot because of our world leaders and things like that are mostly masculine in the masculine form. And it's almost as if they have to be healed before the divine feminine can step in and do what she's supposed to be doing. Because the divine masculine's the protector. And if he hasn't learned his role as a protector, to protect the divine feminine, because if you look at the physical body and acupuncture, it's always the yang organs protect the yin organs. That's why all the yang points are on the back of the body, because that's the divine masculine. The front of the body is the yin side, which is the essential organs, where like if you look at stomach and spleen, or you look at liver, gallbladder, right? Like the liver's the mother, and the gallbladder, you can function, I guess, without the gallbladder more so than the liver. These are the kinds of ways that you look at
it. Yes, that's really cool. Tankster's wondering about the hats. Well, Missy was wearing her hat, so I put mine on. But why do you wear a witch hat, Missy?
I've been wearing it lately because it's something about wanting to be in the shades of gray. I did a show with Matthew Morney and some other people, but there's been so much polarization even in our communities, where everything is either or consciousness. It's either this is the one I can't stand. It's either service to self or service to others. What about it's service to the whole, myself included? Or it's either aliens. The earth is either flat or round. The moon is either real or it's fake. The sun is whatever it is. And I'm tired of that either or. So this is like the shades of gray, being in the in between. But I'm going to start having some color.
Oh,
Plus, I also have to do my hair. It's time for my hair to be redone in some way. I don't know what. But in this room, it looks good. I'm also changing locations. I'm going back. I was supposed to be cat sitting today. That didn't happen, but I'm going back to my father's because I have to take care of my father for the next month. But when falling consciously happens, I'll be here, so I probably can attend that because I'll be in a space where I can receive it. Where if I'm in the other place, I don't know what's happening there.
well, that's the beauty about the conference. It's online, so you can catch it anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet connection. And also, dragon dreamers like Missy Hill, who were one of my dragon speakers, was gifted a membership, lifetime
I
membership
have
to
to figure
Project
out how to
30
do it.
ISIS.
I have to
Check
figure
your
out how to
junk
use it.
mail.
Check my junk
Check
mail.
check your junk mail, man. Your junk mail, because I added you. You're in there, unless you blocked me or
No,
unsubscribed.
I did not. But
Um,
I just don't know. Is it only in the junk mail? I mean, I'm just not savvy
if it
with
goes to
stuff.
junk mail, then you have to tell. You have to. There's an option in your Hotmail where you click and you say this is not junk. So you have to click on it,
Well,
move to inbox, and then it'll ask
I
you like,
well, I
I
get
forget this guy.
emails from you. Maybe it's in regular emails too. The issue is not that, is that if I don't do something regularly, I forget how to do it. Like the reason I know StreamYard is because I've been doing it every day. So what I'll have to do is practice going into your thing every day so I remember how to do it because there's just too many things to remember. So
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, so when I gifted you the free membership, that just defaults you to getting my emails. So it'll say like Gina Virginia Casella, buy me a coffee or whatever it says, and then the
so
title
click
of the
on that
post that I
then.
sent out. Click on
Okay.
that. Yeah. So like the day of the conference is the day that I send the link. So if you're looking for the link for the conference right now, you don't have it. Unless you were to buy a
Oh,
ticket,
okay.
it
Yeah,
would
I get your
redirect you.
emails here. See, there's an email here. It's not going to junk. It's discover
That's my
our delightful
professional email.
dragon dream September 19th. Would it be on these kind of emails?
That's the buy me a coffee email. Yes.
Okay, I don't
Yes.
want to appear
That's
stupid. I'm sorry if I sound like an idiot,
you're
but I'm
not stupid. That came up in my gemstone reading. Don't talk like that. That's negative self-talk. And don't think like that. You're not stupid. You're not a loser. Watch the replay of this. That literally
I
was
will watch the
reiterated.
beginning. I will watch the replay, and it's not that I'm stupid. I don't mean it that way, but what I mean is I feel like I'm technically behind the times, but not with Chat GBT, the upgraded version, because I'm using that a lot. That's what I'm focused on right now is using that.
But it's all about exposure and what's familiar. And apps change all the time. It's hard to keep up. But yeah, there's two emails. Beware. That's a good point. There's my Gmail. So when we were communicating about like the conference or even me sending you this link, it was through my Gmail. But my buy me a coffee is like my business email. So you get it from the business. Yeah. So anyways,
Okay,
if
it'll
you're
come right.
like if you're like Missy and you want to be a dragon speaker, you default to getting a free membership for Project 30 ISIS Unity Consciousness. And if you're already a member of Project 30 ISIS Unity Consciousness, um, wait for the day of the conference, September 19th, and I'll just put it in the email that day for those members only. Yeah.
I told Tiffany Marie to reach out to Tiffany Rumping to reach out to you to be a speaker.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll do that in the wintertime.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to have her. Tell her about my buy me a coffee. It's free to follow me, and then she'll just default to getting my emails. Um, you know, if she wants me to plug her name in right now, like reach out behind the scenes,
Yeah, I'll tell her
because
again.
you
I
know
know
what's going to
she's been
happen.
super busy.
Everybody's going to want to be a speaker at my conference. So, like the first two, it was a bit hard to find people because I wanted to find the right people, right? There were people who were willing to, but it was like as soon as they found out there was a bit of workload involved, like I went through motions and learned lessons. Let's just put it like that. So yeah, like this is a really good opportunity. And every time I'm looking for presenters, all the dragon presenters that I've had contact me and they're like, "Oh, I'd love to present again." And it's like, well, that's a huge compliment to me that I want to have turnover. I want there to be lots of variety, right? But
Right. I guess
it's
if
just a
you
matter of
have
time where there's
backup,
going to be a wait list.
you can have
Go
backup
ahead.
speakers. I guess you can have backup speakers, or like if you need somebody to do something besides speak, like the sound healing. I'd like to do that because I was ready to help with that if you didn't have somebody the last time. I didn't realize you did. So I can do those types of things too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like for Season of Dreams, like you could do like Sheila, you
Yeah.
can come, you can return, but take on a different role. That's what Michael
Yeah.
did too. Michael was a speaker at the first one, and then he returned helping out as a monitor.
Yeah.
So you could return helping out with providing music. Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
important to change the music up. Like when we think of healing, it doesn't always have to be like singing bowls or like soft music. Like healing could be dancey music.
Yeah.
But there needs to be something in there that strikes people. So
Yeah, for
yeah,
this
there's
it'll
always
be
lots
just
to say.
perfect just watching it because I have to pick up my friend from the airport because she'll be returning from I think she's flying out of British Columbia because I have to take her to the airport from Asheville at like what 4:30 quarter to 5 in the morning because she's going to be going on a cruise in Alaska, which was another thing I could have done. I could have either done that cruise or the cruise to Greenland, but nothing's happened. And I've also thought, do I want to go to the UK? But it almost seemed, to go to the conference with Miles and go see Julia and everybody, the bases. But it almost feels like it's too much to try to get out of the country right now. Like I want to do it, but if I don't have support, like a place to stay and like people helping me, and I have to plan all this by myself, and I don't know where I'm going to stay, and I don't know what I'm going to do. It's almost like too much. I don't even know if I'm going to try to do it right now because November's coming up so fast. I just don't know.
Totally, I hear you. Like Bob keeps talking about wanting to have a get together of some kind. And he's like, we should go to the Serata. I talked to him this morning. He's like, we should go back to the Serata. And I'm like, I know I
Where's
can't
that?
afford to go, but it sounds like a great plan.
Where's the
That's where a lot
Serata?
of us met last year. In St. Petersburg, Florida. It was my first
Oh
time
yeah.
there. I believe it's the Hilton now, but what a beautiful place. It was very expensive. I keep
Oh,
telling Rob he should do something in Pennsylvania because that's where he's from.
I said
So
do a
if he's the
cruise
host of
because
the show and he's going to host something, like people should go to him. And he has a
well,
group in Pennsylvania too that he connects with regularly live, and he's going to be presenting in person for that group as well. So, you know,
cruises are great, and I've said this before. Cruises are great because the boat, has all the food. You know where you're going to stay. It plans the shore excursions, and then you can get a private room to do whatever you want to do. I love cruises because everybody's in that location, and it's just easy.
stuck on a boat together. I've never been on a cruise. I've been on vacations. Um, just like where like the food is included and there's entertainment. That's nice. And then I went on a vacation where it was the breakfast only that was included, but the beach was like literally right there. So that was really nice. And then my other adventures was all backpacking. Me with a big backpack. I backpacked through Southeast Asia. I taught English in South Korea for 2 years. So every weekend I was like doing something. And then when we had our time, um, yeah, but I never visited ancient sites like I thought I would.
Yep.
Um, so that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing too, like if I move to British Columbia, that only distanced me even more from you folks that I made friends with in the States because geographically, um,
But it's close to
you're all
Seattle.
like five
You know,
hours away from me.
Yeah, then it's on the West Coast. So, you know, people that want to do things in Mount Shasta, or if they want to do things at like Olympic Peninsula or whatever, you know. But Gina, I'm going to have to get going because I have a lot to prepare and do, uh, because
Yeah,
I have to
I'm
pack up
feeling
and get out
tired
of here.
to be honest, so it works out for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad we could share space and connect on this eclipse day.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to see you at all, and then it was fun to wear our little witchy hats, you know.
No, I
I just
said I
wear
would
mine
be
for
there.
fun.
I just said I was going to be late. I said I would definitely be on. I just didn't know how late. I didn't
Oh,
know if what the format, because I didn't think I was a guest per se. I knew you were doing something else, so I figured it wouldn't even matter if I was late. I kind of just tuned in, and it's like it'll be what it'll be.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. That's what I said when I started this out. I'm like, Missy Hill might be joining us. I don't know. And then like before I opened Sacred Space, I'm like, people who are in the chat, you're co-hosting with me right now because if Missy turns up, I won't see her because my back was turned and stuff, right? So, anyways, yeah, it's good to see you. I'll remove you from the stage. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a happy new moon. Weave your
Yep.
wisdom in the dark. All right, Dragon Dreamers, Gina Virginia Casella here, signing off. Thank you to everybody who tuned in live with us. And my video here, it's a 1 minute promo video. Like it, share it, let other Dragon Dreamers know about us. You are not alone. And you know what? It was good synchronicity chatting with Missy because, you know, my collective new moon gemstone reading, like it was a testament. Like we're feeling emotional. There's a lot of things going on. Make space, find balance, do what you got to do, connect in the Dragon Dream Soul Tribe Collective. And I hope to see you all at the conference. All right, Dragon Dreamers, take care. We'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.